we just hung up, as I said, with, not on, Bucky Brooks. And Bucky said, you know, it's possible the Texans don't take a quarterback second overall. And on top of it, they might not even take Will Anderson. They might take Tyree Wilson. And I'm not just saying that because we're now bringing in Tyree Wilson on the Rich Eisen Show, courtesy of our From the Combine to the Draft segment, sponsored by Noble. How are you, Tyree Wilson?
I'm great. How are y'all?
I'm doing fine. You hearing that you might be on the Texans radar screen, Tyree?
I've been seeing that here and there lately.
Okay. And how does that make you feel when you hear that?
I mean, D'Amico Ryans had a lot of success at San Fran. You know, a lot of great edge rushers and defensive linemen. I was in just a great defense as a whole. I would be excited to, play for him.
And what was your meeting like with the Houston Texans, Tyree?
It was great. I liked it a lot. Met a lot of great people. My second time, meeting some of the people in the organization, and I left with good vibes.
First time was at the Combine?
Senior Bowl.
Senior Bowl, okay. And then the second time was a top 30 visit? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And so they flew you in to Houston, and you just can you walk me through what that was like, that Texans visit?
I mean, they flew me in, car service to the hotel.
Very nice.
Went in there and introduced myself to the whole staff. And, I met with the D-line coach and, everybody that I would interact with, throughout my time there at the Texans. And, I finished the day off with, D'Amico, and we talked about, his success and what he sees in me, and, left it at that.
Did you meet Cal McNair, the man who runs the operation, owns the team? Did you meet him?
No, I did not.
Okay, you did not. Did they send a sedan or an SUV for you, Tyree? Let's get to the important stuff. What did they say?
SUV.
Damn straight they did. You're going to sit in the back of a sedan? No way, right? Because I mean, let's just be honest. If you are sitting in the back of a sedan, being chauffeured around, can you open up both doors, sitting in the middle of the back seat, just by reaching to go grab them?
I probably could.
Right? Right? You could just sit. I can't imagine the last time you sat middle seat anything. But if you're sitting in the back, you could grab the handles of both the right and left back doors, correct? Because of your wingspan. Yeah. Okay. 86 inches? Is that your wingspan, Tyree?
Somewhere close to that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because I'm seeing this at the Combine. You stood up at the podium and you spread your arms out for everybody to see. 86. Yeah, I'm just looking at you right now. You could definitely do that in the car. So when it all comes down to it, for somebody who played collegiately in Texas, and if I'm not mistaken, lived there ever since you can remember, what would it mean to be the first player on the defensive side of the ball drafted and taken by a team from the Lone Star State? What would that mean to you, Tyree?
I mean, basically all I know is Texas, so it would be great, to be the start of something, great that's going to happen at the Texans, and, play for a great organization and great coaches.
So, and again, because I'm a professional, I looked this up. It's called Wikipedia, to be very honest with you. You were born in Alaska? Is that true?
Yes, I was.
What happened that you were born in Alaska? I don't mean to say that. It sounds like something went wrong. I apologize to everybody in the great 49th state of the United States. But why were you born in Alaska?
So my grandpa was in the Air Force. My mom was born and raised there, and she met my dad, and they had me, and then grandpa retired, and then we moved back to where he was from, which is close to Henderson, Texas.
Okay, so does that make you a Cowboys fan growing up? No?
I wouldn't say a Cowboys fan.
Okay.
The family was the Cowboys. Loved the Cowboys. I was more of a Saints fan.
Why were you a Saints fan?
Just me being close to Louisiana, and then they were a successful team. Growing up, I liked Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara and a lot of people in that organization.
Yeah, again, Tyree, this first time we're just meeting and talking. I did detect a little bit of over your deceased body. Would you be a Cowboys fan? I kind of got that sort of vibe from you.
You said What's your question?
That you would never be a Cowboys fan on planet Earth. I got that sort of vibe. Like, forget the Cowboys. I kind of picked that up.
I never said that. That's a great Texas team.
Okay.
America's team. I would love to play for them.
All right, now good answer. Good answer. Absolutely. Does that mean you visited with the Cowboys too, Tyree?
I visited with them at the combine when we had a formal interview.
Were you on the bus? Did you meet on the bus?
No, I wasn't on the bus.
Did you meet with the Joneses? Did you meet with them both?
No, I did not meet with them.
Okay. So, how many teams have you met with? Do you know the exact number?
No, I do not.
You do not, because there were so many of them, is what you're saying.
Yes, it was a lot of teams.
Okay, a lot of teams. All right. So, a couple more questions for you, Tyree Wilson. Who was your favorite player growing up?
Favorite player growing up?
Yes, sir.
I liked a lot of skill positions, because when you're young, you want to touch the ball and
yes.
Run. Then when I started, being true to myself, I started playing DN. So I started, watching Von Miller and Myles Garrett, and did J.J. Watt.
Okay. Have you ever met any of those guys?
Myles Garrett. Von Miller came back to A&M when I was there.
Okay. All right. And so did you get to pick their brains in any way, shape, or form when you got to meet them?
No, I was kind of young,
Yeah.
I matured a lot since then.
Okay, you have matured a lot.
I wish and looking forward to meeting them again and, be able to pick their brain.
Okay, so pre-snap, when you've got to come up with a stop or a sack, what's going through your brain, Tyree Wilson? Walk me through that process, if you don't mind.
Well, first, you doing preparation, you already know what the person in front of you is going to do. So you got a good idea what they're going to do, and you already got your mind made up, like what move's going to get you to the quarterback, and you already know what tendencies or what for formations they like to run, and what runs they're going to do out of what personnel grouping. So you got a good understanding. And
then what? Post snap.
And then you go disrupt the play, or set the edge and let people rally around and, make the plays inside, or, let the linebackers flow and make plays too.
Go hunt.
Team sport.
Essentially, go hunt. Hunting for the quarterback. Hunting for the football. Do you say something to the quarterback after you've put him on the ground?
No, I don't think it's much to be said. I'm pretty sure he knows I'm on that side, and he'll be scared to,
So you're not a talker. You're not a talker, is what you're saying.
No, I do talk, but it's more to the offensive lineman. You're gonna be like, you gonna let your quarterback get hit. You're gonna block for him or what?
Is that what you say pre-snap?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else that you can describe for us, or you just let the tackle know that it's gonna be a long day?
I just let the tackle know, really.
Understood. Okay, very good. And then, what will a team get if they draft Tyree Wilson? Well, what does a team get?
But getting a lot, good person first, on and off the field. Somebody that's disruptive, a dog, somebody that's going to work and, try to better themselves every day. A leader by actions and not just, vocal, and also going to lead when times are hard. And just, somebody that you can count on and somebody that's dependable every day.
Okay. All right, Tyree Wilson. So where are you going to be draft night? Are you going to Kansas City? You're going to be there?
I am going to Kansas City.
All right. Who's going to be with you?
My family, my mom, stepdad, grandparents, and siblings.
So your NFL dream gets realized, you're going to have your loved ones around you.
You said what?
When your NFL dream is realized, you will have your loved ones around you, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
They made a lot of sacrifices for me to be in this position. So, yeah, I have to have them around.
Would you mind describing one of the sacrifices to me? What are you willing to share with us?
Playing sports and, having other siblings. My mom had to, run around and take care of them, and also, run me to practice and, then miss stuff for them to take me to games all across the state of Texas.
So how many siblings do you have?
I got 2 sisters, 1 brother.
2 sisters, 1 brother. So you're one of 4, and your mom was, shuttling so many people around. What's it going to be like for you when you're drafted and your mom's standing right there?
I mean, I've never been in that position before, so I can't tell you, but it's gonna be a lot of emotions, to show that all the hard work and dedication paid off, and it's just the start of some, a next step in my life with it, next career, which is the NFL.
And then when you get that contract, what's the first thing you're going to do with the with that newfound riches, Tyree Wilson?
I mean, really, I'm good. My first year, it's really just taking care of my mom. Showing her that I appreciate her and for everything that she's done for me to help me get to this situation.
Oh, that's beautiful. What's her name? So we'll know.
Tiffany.
Tiffany Wilson is going to.
No, her name's Tiffany Williams.
Tiffany Williams will be with you, and it'll be a wonderful night, and you'll be able to take care of maybe something from Tiffany's, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, also, I should let you know, the Lombardi trophies from Tiffany's as well. You can get that too, right, Tyree? You know what I'm saying?
Tasting one of those too.
Fantastic. I'm very much looking forward to this night for you. Congratulations in advance of your dream being realized. You're about 8 days away from that happening, and I look forward to continuing, watching you and with your career.
Appreciate it.
You got it.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here. That's Tyree Wilson. Get to know him. Some NFL players trying to protect quarterbacks should get to know him very soon. That's from the Combine of the Draft, sponsored by Noble. Noble is the official combine training partner of the NFL and the official on-field supplier of apparel and headwear for the NFL Scouting Combine. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.